Hey, this is Badu from Toyota City and Scion. Today I'm going to go over the AM/FM stereo on this 2012 Scion IQ. The 2012 Scion IQ here is equipped with an AM/FM CD, but you're going to notice right on the steering wheel on the left side we have our stereo controls here. And I'm going to start with the bottom button here. And this particular one is going to allow me, as you can see here, mode power to either turn this stereo on or off. So when I push and hold it down, I'm going to turn off the stereo. And when I push it again, just once, it will turn it back on. Now, if I just push it while it's on, it allows me to cycle through all of my options in terms of going from AM, FM, CD, Bluetooth, audio, USB, and all. But one thing to keep in mind, it will only show you the options that are available to you at this time. So if I have AM, FM, they're always going to be available, but whether I plug in something in the USB port, if it's not plugged in, it's not going to show up as an option. Just above it here, we have this little toggle switch, and I'm going to be able to move up and down as well as left to right. So going up and down is going to be turning up the volume. So every time I move it up, you're going to see that I'm raising the volume, and when I move down, I'm going to decrease it. And the left to right motion here is going to allow me to change my saved stations. So when I move it to the left just once, I'm going to go to the previous saved station. So now that I'm on channel 1, if I want to go to channel 2, I'm going to move to the right, and I'm going through my presets at that point. Now if I want to seek the next strongest signal, either up or down, I'm going to move to the left and right, but this time I'm going to hold it down. So we're going to go to the left here, hold it down until it beeps. Now the stereo is going to seek the next strongest signal. And that works again in both directions. So these are essentially your stereo controls while I'm in the AM/FM mode. Now let's take a look at the stereo itself. So while we are on the head unit here, the very first thing I want to show you is this is our power button. It's going to allow me to obviously turn the stereo on or off, all from the faceplate. And to go through all our AM/FM options, we're going to use this particular knob here, the buttons around it, this one down here, and all these 2 rows. So those are going to all pertain to our AM/FM stereo. So starting with the big knob here, this is going to be our volume right on the radio. And while I'm here in the AM dial, I should say, what I can do is seek the next strong signal or fine-tune it. And if you notice right on the screen here, that's what this means. So going up and down here is going to allow me to seek the next strongest signal. And again, up or down. And moving left to right here is going to allow me to fine-tune these particular stations. Now, once I'm here, if I want to go away from the AM stations and go into an FM station, all I need to do is push FM over here. And you're going to notice that now it has me on FM 2, and we can push it again to go to FM 1. And the difference here is that I'm able to save 6 stations under FM 1, 6 more under FM 2, but while I'm in the AM dial, I can only save a total of 6 stations. Now saving these particular stations works the same way under AM or FM. Once I find the one that I want, I can just assign it a particular number by pushing the appropriate button until it beeps, and now AM 1440 is saved as channel 3. So again, that's going to work exactly the same way in my FM dial. 102.9 here, I can save it as number 4 just by holding it down until it beeps, and now it's set. This stereo is also equipped with HD radio, and this would allow me to get even more radio stations that are available. So this particular station here at 102.9, notice it's saying 1 of 2. So I'm going to get one particular programming here. But if I use these arrows on the around the volume button by moving to the right, I'm going to go to channel 2 of 2. So I'm actually getting separate programming out of the same radio station. Now some other radio stations are going to have up to 3 or 4 different channels, and I can cycle through all of them once I'm there quite easily. So again, if I'm on FM 1 of 2, I can move it to the right to go to 2 of 2, and to the left to go back to 1 of 2. Scan over here is going to allow me to literally scan the entire FM dial, and it's going to listen to every station for just a few seconds before moving on to the next. So this is great if you're driving through an area you're not familiar with and wanted to find a station that you'd like. Well, you can go until you find the type of music you want to listen to, then push scan again, and it'll stay on that particular station. Now, text over here right next to scan is going to allow me to get different bits of information about these radio stations. So every time I push text, notice now we're focusing on artist name and song title. So if I push text again, I can cycle to station name. So depending on what you want to see while you're driving, this can be a great tool to know also who's singing that song. Hey, this is Badu from Toyota City and Scion. Thank you for watching.